I said Bills were gonna win. For some reason, you picked the Dolphins.
I did, and I'll eat my words. I
Now,
was
and I'm
wrong.
not. Here's the
And
thing.
now I think my prediction it was based off of how the Bills defense would play, and I was wrong in that aspect. The Bills defense contained the Miami offense as best as they possibly could, and they did it incredibly well. Um, and I said that the Miami defense would do better at containing the Bills um, than the Bills would at containing Miami, but Miami did nothing when it
Okay,
comes to
I was waiting for you to get
containment.
to the. I was waiting for you to get to that point of Miami, and I don't know if you were gonna mention their defense. I was gonna mention more of their offense. And I kind of feel bad like shitting on Tua and like talking bad about his like performance. So I want to like
Especially at
make
this
it
point, yeah.
clear. Like I want to make it clear like we got to be able to separate
We have to
like,
talk prior
what
injury.
yeah, what happened
Yes.
prior to that injury and how
Yes.
well or how bad he was performing before that
Yes.
because
Now you can put his performance on his prior injuries, but you really can't because last year he spent the entire year being incredibly healthy. And I do want to put this in there because Tua came into last year being what? He said he was 20, 30 pounds heavier
mm-hmm.
than he was when he had been hurt. And then this offseason, he came into this offseason saying that he had lost 20 to 30 pounds coming into this year to be more agile, to be whatever the fuck. The same way Lamar did. Um, Clearly didn't help, but
Yeah, yeah.
continue.
I mean, I don't really know how much the losing weight. Obviously, weight doesn't have a factor to do with that. That's a whole other thing. But I'm gonna wait to have that conversation because the Bills' defense. All right, Tua played like shit. We got the emotional.
Horrible.
We got the sympathy. Let's get that out the way. Tua played like shit. There were balls tipped and thrown right to Bills defenders. I mean,
Now, the first pick hit the Dolphins receiver in the chest or back shoulder.
no, it hit him where he should have caught that fucking
That's an
football.
he was not paying attention. That's an incredibly catchable ball that
One
you
of
need to
those right there.
catch. That's on the receivers. That's not on. I mean, you can put whatever on Tua, whatever. The second pick was not great. That was terrible. That
Well,
was
okay. See, but okay, people are doing the same thing, and honestly, I think that interception. And look, and I'm not trying to back up my take on are the Bills' defense going to be good or not. Or I don't know, but because I was waiting to see like how well they would play, especially against the wide receiver core like this,
sure.
and I don't really think that they were able to really show what they could do against a wide receiver core like that because of not only who was throwing the ball, but specifically the balls he was throwing that night.
Yes. Yeah.
But on that play in particular, and they mentioned it for like a second, that it seemed like there was some miscommunication in terms of either Tua thought he was running a different route or the receiver ran the wrong route.
With Robbie Anderson.
Yes,
Yeah.
chosen.
Chosen.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
It was so funny to watch the broadcast and be like, this is the chosen receiver, but formerly known as Robbie Anderson. You guys may know him as Robbie Anderson. His name's Robbie Anderson.
He's Robbie Anderson.
He's chosen for nothing.
But I mean that throw was so off that it had to like, and I mean, okay, haha, Tua sucks. He can't throw. No, no, no. That throw was so bad, it had to be. There had to be some miscommunication there.
Well, if you watch the actual pick, you can see that there's a linebacker coming in front of Robbie. He obviously sat too low in that route, and Tua's only way to get it over that linebacker was to throw it way high and Robbie was not in his spot.
Well, from what it looks like, to me is Robbie. I can't remember the full route, but at some point, he came back. He was coming back to the ball.
mhm.
I don't know if he was running a hitch or something, but it Tua overthrew him. But I mean, the way he overthrew him, to me, it
Like
seemed
he
like
expected him to be there.
there was a different route in both of their
Sure.
minds. Um, and it's the same
It
thing
was the
with like,
same route. It was just deeper.
well, and I think it's easier. I think it's easier to defend than the throw to Zay from Lamar. And everybody, and shout out to the people saying, "Oh, y'all are dumb. Shouldn't talk football. We shouldn't have a podcast." That's crazy because I told you, I was like, it's cool to shit on Lamar and say he fumbled in clutch time, but Zay should have stopped where he was, found the pocket in the end zone, in between the two
Yes.
defenders, and
Which
stayed
is
there.
what pro NFL receiver. AB said that.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was going to say.
AB said bro needs to sit.
Multiple days after I said it.
Find your and I was the when I first saw that play and when we first came on here after that game, I came in here and I said he needs to sit in his spot,
Mm-hmm.
find it, and then stay there
Yeah.
so he can
And
get the. And now when Lamar talks about it, he was not looking for Zay the entire. He was looking for Rashad, but still find your spot and sit because he was open for a good minute there.
but so Lamar said he saw Zay last second. But Zay didn't see Lamar last second. Zay saw Lamar. He should have stopped right
Then
there in that pocket.
sit in that pocket
Um,
exactly.
and he didn't. But then with this Tua interception, I mean, it definitely seemed like there was some miscommunication. Third one can't really defend, but
Which one
um,
was the third? I can't remember
to
that
be
one.
honest with you, I can't even remember. I remember at that point it was just another interception.
Oh
It was
no.
it was this right here. This is what I
That
hit.
was the that was a sideline ball. That was bad. That
Yeah.
was
Oh, when he tried to throw it away.
he tried to throw it away. He threw it
Yes.
straight to him. Yeah,
Yes. Okay. You're right. You're
that
right.
one's on
Yeah.
him.
It was that right there. That was a face palm interception.
Now the first one you cannot put on Tua
No.
because it literally hit the receiver in the shoulder.
Hmm.
That's a good ball. The second one you can put that on Chosen or whatever the fuck
See,
his name is.
you could put the second one on Tua, but that's if he was wrong about what route it was supposed to be.
Agreed.
I'm gonna assume that there's a better chance the quarterback knew what route was supposed to be ran than the receiver. I could be wrong.
Agreed.
I could easily be wrong, but that's just my assumption.
But now
Um,
when a guy like Ryan Tannehill throws 3 picks, we know kind of how he's throwing those picks,
mhm.
and none of them are the fault of the receiver or anybody else. They're all on him. Um, yeah, the throwaway sideline one was bad on Tua. Um, it's hard to like constructively um,
Criticize
criticize Tua
Tua.
because
Well, yeah, we'll
obvious
talk about
reasons,
the
but
injury, but look, and then so the Bills' defense to me, I still do not think that this was like, all right, we know they're set, we know they're good. Like I just do not. I still like. I don't know. Like you got a Arizona week 1 that, according to me, I'm stupid for thinking that Arizona did anything, or not according to me, but according to people online. I'm so dumb for thinking Arizona played well at all versus Buffalo's defense, especially in the
sure.
first half. Um, but and then they play I mean, just a terrible night from Tua. I mean, like I mean, I know we make jokes about Tua being bad, but
Sure.
I mean, some just Miami as a whole just played like shit. You
Now,
go to the
when we look at like Miami's offense, they truly struggled to get anything going. They completely eliminated the Tua or even the Jalen Waddle like man on man type of deep ball or whatever the fuck ball. And they did really well at that. And it forced them to use Jonnu Smith and and some trick plays like jet sweeps and things like that.
See, but
And they
they were
did
doing,
pretty well at that, but it just completely eliminated Tyreek and Waddle, which looked okay.
but they were doing that the whole game.
No,
I mean,
they
from
they
from
they,
from the
they were, yeah, for sure.
from the jump, it just seemed like the play calling seemed odd. Did it not seem odd?
From
From Mike McDaniel,
Miami.
from
Well,
Mike. Like, I mean,
Miami's immediate play calling was let's run trick plays. Their
yeah.
immediate play calling was not let's bomb the field with Tyreek and Waddle and speed.
No,
Their
I think
immediate play calling was, which it should not have been, but it was jet sweeps and trick runs and all of these things. Which to me, it's like once all else fails, use those things with speed. But it was
well, no,
weird.
you throw them in. That's cool. And to be honest with you, the people that benefited the most off of the motions and jet sweeps are Miami's running backs. But they decided to ditch. Well, they had to ditch the running game once they got down by however many points they were down.
Of
Um,
course.
but it's yeah, no,
Well,
they
they
just
were down. I mean, they tried to use the running game at some point, but I mean, second half they had no running game because they couldn't use it. They had to throw the ball, and
but the
then they
Bills.
just dive bombed.
I mean, the Bills' offense though. We had James Cook, what 78 yards. He had 7 yards per carry, two tutties rushing. Also had a receiving touchdown. Josh
He,
Allen
yeah.
only had to throw 19 balls. Um,
No, I mean, it was to me. Yes, we can say Buffalo played great and whatever, but to me, this was more of a entire Miami Dolphins blunder, and a huge help that Tyreek played like shit, and that they were able to get the ball where they needed the ball, like to recover um, turnovers and things like that. And yeah, James Cook scores a 17-yard um, uh, catch and then a 50-yard run before the half and all this shit. And it's like these are good, but it doesn't prove to me that Buffalo's offense is multi-tiered. Like it looked to me that Buffalo's offense was okay when they threw the ball to their receivers, but they were only really good when they ran the ball and when they did different things and when they did all this shit. It never looked to me like Buffalo was this powerhouse of a team that could score whenever they wanted and do whatever. It just looked like Miami put themselves in a bad situation just about every drive, and it really fucked the shit out of fucked the Dolphins up. But
now,
I mean, the Bills never looked like they were a beast of a team. It looked like they just got caught in really good situations where James Cook could go and fuck everybody up.
oh, James Cook. I mean, James Cook was toad.
He did his
James,
thing, of course.
James
I
Cook
mean,
had a
he
night.
looked great.
James Cook had a night, and